girl, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I achieve this sleek low braided ponytail that you see here. And girl, this is my go-to protective style for the summer. It is quick, it is easy, and it is hella cute. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. If you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and don't forget to comment your thoughts below. So as you guys know, a short year ago I did shave all my hair off, and I do battle with alopecia, so don't judge me in the comments. But yeah, so my hair is slowly but surely growing back, and I've just been, trying to lay off the wigs for a little while. So I've been doing some well needed protective styles. So I'm going to be using this Rastafari braided hair, and I'm using the 84-inch. I got this from my local beauty supply store, so it is accessible for you to find anywhere. You can find it on Amazon as well. I'm going to start off by using a hard brush, and I'm going to be using the Eco Style olive oil gel to help slick down my hair, and I'm going to also be using a edge brush and a rat tail comb. Very easy, very simple, everyday products and things that you can find to slick down your hair. And I'm also going to be using the Got To Be spray. I like to use two different ones. I use the Insta Hold and then the regular freeze spray, whichever one is better as well, just to smooth out my hair. So girl, it is so hard for me to establish a straight part. I know, like, you would think by now I can do a straight part, but I still struggle with this for some reason. So anyway, I'm going to start off by smoothing my hair down as much as possible with this bristle brush before putting on any products on my hair, just so that I can get it as smooth as possible and laying it, down without it puffing back up like how it's doing now. Yeah. So I'm going to start off by using some of the Got To Be freeze spray. This I find helps a whole lot when I'm trying to like mold down my hair, and it just aids in just like smoothing it out and giving it like a crisp, smooth finish, if that makes sense. So I spray some of that on my hair while I am, brushing it down and in place in preparation for me to apply the Eco Styling Gel. So next I'm going to go in with some of the Eco Styling Gel. I'm going to start it at the root of like where my part is and kind of like smooth it down throughout the shaft of my hair before I go in with a brush. I know some people, they usually put their hair in a ponytail and then they apply the products and then brush it in. But because my hair is obviously so short, I got to go and I got to put the product in first, smooth it down, brush it through as much as I can, and then put it in the ponytail and allow it to dry. So that's what you're going to see me do here. I'm going to be putting so much product on my hair because girl, and my hair is freshly blow dry and I had to flat iron it, so that's why I had to just do what I had to do, and my part is crooked, but don't look at that. We just go with the flow here. Okay, so I'm putting some more gel in my hair to smooth it out. I'm using the Eco Styling Gel, and then I'm also using the freeze blasting spray, and then you see me just brushing it through as much as possible. And like I was mentioning in the beginning of this video, I do struggle with alopecia, so I am going to be showing y'all how I fill in my edges. And as you can see here, my hair fell out a lot around my sides and the back of my hair, so I'm really emphasizing on like trying to get it slick over in that area. So that's why I'm going to go through with this. This spray is really good, and I'm just going to spray that area to help smooth it out so that when it dries it won't lift at all. I'm going to go through with a little bit more of the Eco Styling as well as the hairspray and just smooth out any like rough patches or bumps on my hair. And then I'm going to wrap my hair and I'm going to sit underneath of the dryer so that it can dry in place, so I don't have to worry about no flyaways. My hair will be nice and smooth and ready for me to apply my ponytail. Okay, and so now that my hair is nice and slicked down, I'm ready to dry it. I'm going to be using these styling strips. They're paper, and I'm just going to wrap them around my hair. And I usually do like 2 or 3 because my hair is short. So I usually do 2 in the front, and then I'll use 1 in the back. Whichever way you want to do it is cool. But yeah, so these help a lot with just smoothing down your hair and keeping it so it doesn't like pop back up while your hair is trying to dry. If you don't have a sit down dryer like I do, then just use a regular blow dryer. Like either one will work, but the styling strips definitely help with keeping your hair nice and smooth while your hair is trying to dry. So now that my hair is nice and dry, I'm going to go ahead and take these strips off and start to prepare the braiding hair. I loop it around through this like hair tie, regular hair tie. Everybody has their own different techniques, but I just tie it around there twice, and then I kind of like smooth out the hair before I get ready to apply it to my ponytail. So as you can see, I'm just going to take it like through this loop, and I'm going to tie that to the back of my ponytail. Now I'm still learning when it comes to doing like the braided ponytail, so this is just my way of doing it. As I do it more and more, I'm going to try different techniques because I did see some other techniques that other people use. But so I'm just going to take it and wrap it around my hair like so, with the ponytail holder and the braiding hair attached to the ponytail holder. I'm going to tighten my hair as much as possible. And the key here when you're trying to do your braided ponytail is, of course, depending on how long your hair is, you want to blend your hair in and make it not noticeable. You want it to not be seen at all. My hair is so short, so I was finding that it was kind of like sticking out the ponytail a bit, but I just wanted to make sure that it was nice and tight. So I'm taking this little piece of section right here. I'm going to clip that away and out of the way. That's going to be what we use all the way at the end to wrap around to secure the ponytail. So I found that when I was like going through with braiding, it was getting really tangly. So, and it could have been because I used a lot of hair. I didn't want my ponytail to be thin. So as you can see, it's kind of like a little bit tangly, and I was kind of getting frustrated a little bit. So I was stopping and going. But as I started braiding it more and more, it was starting to kind of like detangle a little bit. So that helped. But now my braid is crooked. So I'm taking my hair over my shoulder. They say that you're supposed to braid it down as much as possible without bringing it over your shoulder. So I brought it over my shoulder, kind of like when I was like almost to like my shoulder, almost mid back, and then I began braiding it over my shoulder as straight as I possibly could. I'm gonna go through at the end and just pull, you know, and make it kind of like as perfect as I can. But for the time being, baby, we just gonna do what it do. So I'm gonna braid it all the way down like so. And so now I have finished the braid. I'm going to let that sit for a moment before I dip it, and I am going to begin wrapping my ponytail. To secure it, I'm going to spray it with a little bit of the Got To Be spray before wrapping it around the base to secure it. And I was trying to do it while the paper was still wrapped on my head, but it was starting to get in the way, so I just took it off. And now I am just going to continue to wrap it like you see here, just continually wrapping it around the base. Now I think I did leave a little bit too much of the braiding hair out because, you know, it started to be like hella bulky, but I didn't mind it at the end. Like, it kind of looked good, but just, you know, for future reference, just be mindful of, I guess, how much hair you leave out, how big you want the braid. It all is based on like how you're doing your own braid. But for me, I probably next time will not leave so much hair out, but it did end up balancing out. I'm just going to secure it with the Got To Be spray as much as possible because I did start to notice that it was unraveling a little bit. So I think that you can also use like a blow dryer to secure it so that it doesn't move and that it stays nice and tight and in place and it doesn't unravel. So now I'm just going to go through and kind of like pull the braid out a little bit to kind of make a more messy type of braided look, I guess. And I'm going to remove the styling strip from my hair, and you can see my hair is nice and slick. So this is what I'm going to be using. I got this from my local beauty supply store. It's called Tint Nation. They didn't have my normal spray that I use, so I am like trial and error right here. This is my first time using this spray. I've never used it before, and girl, this is completely wrong. Do not do this, okay? Because it looks hella splotchy. It's not supposed to look like this. I didn't know that the nozzle was like, literally this is for beards and lineups and stuff like that. So the more I started to play around with it and use it, I noticed that less is definitely more, and you have to definitely shake it a whole lot, because you will see that like the nozzle is like very thin, so it doesn't spray out like a regular hairspray. It's very like, it's a small nozzle. I didn't really like it, but I'm playing around with it more and learning how to use it. So you don't want to spray it on like this, because it's going to look hella splotchy, and then it just, yeah, threw me all the way off. I started to brush it off, and it definitely dries hella fast. So you got to work really, really fast with this, and you got to know what you're doing with it. So for future reference, I will use less. You're going to shake it up a whole lot, and then you're not going to use it as close, because that's what's going to make it look hella splotchy. You can brush it through as much as possible and hope that it will, do what it needs to do. So I'm going to use a little bit of the gel to kind of like smooth out my edges a little bit and create a little bit of baby hair. Usually I do this before I fill in my edges, because it just gives a more natural hair like appearance on the edges. But I was trying something new, and girl, that didn't work out here. So I mean, I'm good thing I just know how to finesse my own hair. But if you aren't somebody who does hair a lot, I would do your edges first and then try to fill in your edges if you're going to use that stuff. I'll reference some other stuff if you guys are interested. If you have alopecia like me, or you just want to fill in your hairline and make it look a little bit more fuller, I can reference some other products that I've used that have worked a little bit better for me. But I was just in the moment and I needed to get something quick. So I am going to take a little bit of that braid off before I dip it, because I want it to be kind of curly and I want it to look, so I'm gonna show y'all. So this is how the braid look ended up coming out. I took it off later on that night, and I did my makeup and everything just for the final look while I was recording another video. And yeah, I ended up really, really liking how it came out despite my edges. Once it dried on the edges, you can see it didn't look so shiny, and it kind of looked more like hair. I unbraided the end of the hair before I dipped it, and then it just came out kind of like crinkly and curly, and it was super pretty. It's below my butt. It is 84 inches, so it is super long. But yeah, this is how the braided hairstyle came out, and I'm super in love with it. It's a really good protective hairstyle for summer, or just something quick and easy between, transitioning between hairstyles. So I'm so glad you guys watched this video. Comment your thoughts below on everything. I know it isn't perfect, but this is how I did it, and so I'm gonna keep practicing, because practice makes perfect. And yeah, I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. If this video helped you in any way, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Like this video, thumbs up, and leave your thoughts below. I love you and thank you for watching. See you soon.